Hey everybody, it's me, Kai Man, and it is time for a new life astrology video. Hey everybody, okay, it's me, Kai Man, and today we are talking about the enlightened or high vibrational nature of the Sagittarius, as well as the low vibration and neurotic state of the Sagittarius. Now, I recently posted a question on Facebook where I asked, basically I asked if people knew if they were walking in their low vibration state or high vibrational state within their sign. And most people don't really know that. Most often we're really not aware of ourselves, and we're just, basically trying to live. We're out here just doing whatever it is that we do. But I want people to become more aware of where it is they are operating in and from, so that they're able to get the best uses out of their lives. Now, today we're going to talk about this for the sign of Sagittarius, but I also want you to know that if your sun sign, your rising, or your moon sign is in the sign of Sagittarius, then this applies to you as well. So let's get into it. So when we're going to talk about the enlightened state first. I want you guys to really hone in on this. And if there are some of these behaviors that you have as far as the enlightened state, then you know that you're walking in a high vibration, and you want to start manifesting this in every area of your life. Because sometimes we may manifest these things in one area of our lives, but we're still struggling in other areas of our lives. So try and take those enlightened and high vibrational natures of your sign into every area of your life. So let's talk about it. The sign of Sagittarius is called the Philosopher in their enlightened state. They are philosophers, and they are what we would consider to be the yogis of the signs, of all the astrological signs. They're inspirational, they're adventurous, they are truth seekers, they're philosophers, they're optimistic, they're idealistic, they have such great wisdom, and they're honest and 100% genuine. That is how some of the characteristics that we'll go into, how they manifest in their lives. Now, again, they are the ultimate truth seekers. They're driven by the pursuit of truth. And how that manifests in the enlightened state is that they are one of the most inspirational signs of the zodiac. They have the power to inspire others to follow their dreams and successfully reach for the stars. The enlightened Sagittarius knows that wisdom doesn't just come from books alone. Wisdom comes from life experiences. So that, goes into that whole adventurous nature of who it is that they are. This again is one of the signs that will just jump on a plane, a train, or a kayak without a moment's notice or a second thought. And that is a great thing in the enlightened Sagittarius. Now, they're also successful, and they're lucky, and they're expansive. They take big risks and they win. They're interested in expanding their minds and go to great lengths to inquire within to get deeper understanding as to why we're all here. These are the people who really dig deep and find the meaning to life, so to speak. They're interested, the enlightened Sag has the ability to use their beautiful wisdom and positive energy to help others, and they make people feel like they're on top of the world. They have that ability to do that. And I have a friend who is a Sagittarius who really inspired me some years ago to really start this journey that I've been on. It didn't start in this particular way. It started out with me writing books, and it has led or turned into so many other ventures that I have done. But needless to say, in the sign of Sagittarius, I have Venus. So all of these things are part of who I am as well. Now, Sagittarius, when they're in their enlightened state, they are very generous with their energy. They have the power to change people's hearts and minds, and they're able to communicate messages that are prophetic-like. The highest possible accomplishment of the Sagittarius' journey is to discover wisdom and the meaning of life. So we've really spoke on the enlightened and high vibrational nature of the Sagittarius. Let's get into the low vibration or the neurotic state. Okay. So when the Sagittarius is operating in a low vibration, or what we would consider to be the neurotic state, they are the extremists. They are extreme. They're the restless wanderer. So instead of, being adventurous, they're just wandering all over the place. And they're being very extreme. Some of the other ways that it manifests is they're impatient, they're fanatical, they're restless, they're liars, they're confrontational, they're opinionated, they're negative, and they're self-righteous. When a Sagittarius is really walking into that low vibration or that neurotic state, they can be very indifferent to the truth and integrity. The worst thing that they can be is like blatant liars. Now, again, remember we said on the enlightened and high vibrational side of it, they are the truth seekers. They are driven by the pursuit of truth. So the opposite of that would be is that you would be telling lies, that you would lack integrity, that you would be indifferent to the truth. So that's how that low vibrational nature or that neurotic state manifests within their lives. It also can manifest as being nosy, uneducated, uncultured, and opinionated. And the reason why is because when we think about the sign of Sagittarius, it is ruled by the planet Jupiter. And Jupiter is an expansive planet. And it's about joy, it's about good fortune, it's about higher education, it's about freedom, it's about truth, and it's about travel. So when you're not operating in all that, the gifts that you were given, you're walking in a low vibrational nature. And they can be very opinionated because, I know the truth, and, it's a great thing that you know the truth and you're able to share it in a way that people can receive it. But when you don't, that's something different. So it can also manifest that they're so driven by the pursuit of truth that they forget that the world doesn't always operate in just black and white. There's some colors happening in life, So some of the issues that we have in life, they're not just black and white. They're more complex than that. And so they can be very dogmatic within that particular aspect. Low vibrational nature also, they can lack diplomacy or tact and hide behind the truth, using truth as a weapon. Now that's the lowest of the low. But when they use the truth as a weapon to hurt other people, they lack compassion. They don't care if they're hurting other people's feelings, or they don't care if they damage other people's reputation. That is the low vibrational nature or neurotic state of a Sagittarius. Another thing is that they can be argumentative, they can be brutal, they can be impatient, and just plain out blunt. Now, there's nothing wrong with being blunt. Now, it's all in how that you use the information. When you're using the truth again to hurt people or to use it as a weapon, and you're just being, as a matter of fact, I'm just going to just blurt it out, and I don't care if it hurts your feelings or whatever else. That's not the way to go. When we love people and we have a loving nature, we tend to not soften the blow, because you can still be blunt about how it is that you say what it is that you're saying, but you say it in such a way, again, that people are able to receive it, no matter how blunt that you are. You're not just being nasty with it. So another way that the low vibrational nature or the neurotic state can operate within the Sagittarius is when they lack emotional intelligence. They can be self-indulgent. They can live like these grandiose lives. And that's because, again, they're ruled by the planet of Jupiter, which is very expansive. So it's a benefactor. So it gives to the Sagittarius. But sometimes you can give a person too much and they overuse it, or they don't know how to use it, or whatever those aspects can be. So they can live grandiose lives and can't even afford it. So that's the low vibrational nature. They can also be extreme know-it-alls. They can also present as seriously negative. Now remember, on the opposite side of that, they're so positive that they're able to help other people. But when they're walking in that low vibrational nature, they are seriously negative. And it can present as gossiping and criticizing people behind their backs, and bringing the vibe down to so low that you begin name calling and just mudslinging in the name of the truth. So they really have to be careful about that. When you find yourself in that space, you go, oh my God, I'm mudslinging. I'm sitting here and I'm going back and forth with this person, basically because I'm being the aggressor, or I'm, the truth. This is the truth. The truth doesn't need all that. The truth really doesn't need all that. It can just be said. And if a person doesn't accept it, then, oh, well, let's go to the next question, or the next part of life, or wherever it is that we're going. Now, the path of the Sagittarius is to keep seeking wisdom and to deepening their understanding of knowledge, so that they don't fall into like dogma. And when they don't do that, they can actually turn knowledge into such wisdom that benefits all of the signs, that benefits society as a whole. So if you guys have any questions about any of this, please feel free to leave comments below. Make sure that if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, that you do so. Make sure that you hit the button on the YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe. And when you subscribe, that you're able to get all of the notifications when we create new videos. So make sure that you hit that bell on this side. I love you guys. I hope this helps you in some way, shape, or form, and that you're able to walk into that enlightened state, because it only helps you in your life be a better person, live your life to the fullest, and just enjoy. Thank you for watching.